Okay, good afternoon everybody and welcome back to Nick's Veggie Patch. So this video is an update of what's been happening in the last couple of months because I haven't been able to do a video. I have been extremely busy. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I've had a few kind of small health problems which hopefully are kind of behind me now. But yeah, this video is going to be an update of what's been going on. Some sort of not sad news, but kind of news to tell you about Nick's Veggie Patch. So yeah, what I'll do, guys, is come back to you in a minute and I will give you an update of what's been happening. Right guys, as I said, it's an update of what's been happening over the last couple of months. As you can hear outside, it's raining, so I'm in my greenhouse at home. So yeah, so what's been happening over the last couple of months? Well, the big news is I no longer have my allotment plot and I am no longer the warden down at my site. So yes, I took the tough decision of giving my allotment plot up, but also the other big decision was to give up the warden's role. I couldn't do them both as well as doing a full-time job, and I had a couple of health issues which are hopefully behind me now. But yeah, it was getting too much, and my plot was getting in such a state I just couldn't keep on top of it. Obviously, for anyone who knows what it's like and you've got an allotment, if you don't keep on top of the weeds, they come up, they multiply, and it is a hell of a struggle to get rid of them. The worst one I had was the bine weeds this year. I just couldn't keep on top of them and they were sprouting up everywhere. And that was partly due to me obviously doing the role that I love doing, don't get me wrong, but when you're trying to juggle between a full-time job, getting down and doing your allotment, and also doing a warden's role, going round checking other people's plots to make sure they're doing the jobs they should be doing, it gets on top of you. So I let my plot go a bit, and I decided once a few of my crops that were up at the plot were harvested, I was going to give my plot up. So I gave obviously my local authority the intentions I was giving it up. I managed to get someone to fill my plot while I was doing the role as the warden. I showed a few people around to various other plots, showed them my plot, and the gentleman was happy to take it on. But this doesn't mean it's the end of Nick's Veggie Patch. No, because I'm going to do Nick's Veggie Patch from my garden, from my house. I've got, or I will have in total, 5 raised beds. I've already shown you 3 that we've got, and we've had a few things in there this year that we've harvested. Some things we're waiting on harvesting. So we've been harvesting spinach, really lovely, fresh, easy to pick from your garden, and it is a lot easier to water my garden than having to worry about how I'm going to get up to the allotment to water because of the time I had. We're waiting on tomatoes. We've planted 5 different varieties of tomatoes because we had a good crop last year of tomatoes, and in the end I was giving loads of tomatoes away to my work colleagues, friends and family, which were grown in our garden. Things that I've not been successful so far this year with, obviously cabbages up the allotment where I've not had a chance to get up there. I covered over the cabbages, but slugs and snails and somehow birds or pigeons found their way through the netting, ravished my cabbages. Same as my runner beans. I planted loads. I planted 2 lots of runner beans in my garden here, and the slugs and the snails had a field day. I even put slug traps down. So I did slug traps where you fill them with beer. They were getting full up every single time. So I've not had any runner beans so far this year. I have got some that are germinating at the moment, and hopefully I can get them out sharpish, and hopefully I'll get some sort of crop of some sort of harvest of runner beans. Had good lot of potatoes so far. I've got some more on the way. I did sow 8 different varieties this year, as you may have known from a previous video, or previous videos that I've said I was going to do 8 different varieties, because I was going to help out a guy do a series that he does on TikTok called the Spud Review. But obviously, where I wanted to give my allotment up, or where I was giving it up, I decided to give it up sooner rather than later. So I've given the gentleman who's obviously got the plot a few square bins full of nice potatoes, so I won't be able to get the harvest I wanted, but I grew a load in my garden here in pots, so it shouldn't be so bad. But yeah, Nick's Veggie Patch is going to continue, but it will continue from my garden. So I've got 4 raised beds. So I've got one which is a plastic one, which you easily clip together, and you can have it in so many different ways. I've got it in like an oblong shape, and that at the moment has sweet corn in it. So I've got 3 other raised beds. As I said, they've got tomatoes in, spinach. The last raised bed will have something in, but I'm not sure at the moment. Also though, we have been growing other stuff. So we've got aubergines growing in pots. I've got lots of chilies growing in pots, and I will show you what I've got growing. I've got a couple of giant chili plants in my greenhouse, and I will show you what they are. So yeah, that's just an overview of what's been happening really. Bit sad to give up the plot on the warden's role, but obviously it's very hard to do if you've got a full-time job. You're trying to do stuff at home, and obviously with the health issues I couldn't get up there. So in a sense it's a relief, but on the other hand it's a bit sad, because I've been up there 4 or 5 years, but it's just like when you get up there and you look at all the weeds and you think, I can't do it anymore. But I will be doing it from home. So there we go. So what I'll do, guys, is I will show you a few bits that are growing in the greenhouse, and I'll show you how a couple of my chili plants have coming on. One is a variety called a Dorset Naga. The other one is Carolina Reaper, but I'll show you how they're doing, because they are doing exceptionally well. And I'll come back to you guys in a minute. Okay guys, as you know, I love to grow chilies, and every year I grow chilies. And I grow a lot of chilies from scratch, and sometimes I buy some chilies in when I go to a garden centre. But I had 2 lots of seeds, seed packets. One was Carolina Reaper, and the other one, as you can see, is the Dorset Naga Cresto Red. So I sowed them both in January. Sowed them inside, and they have been inside for most of the time since obviously I sowed them inside in January, because they both like the warmth. So I've avoided bringing them out here into the greenhouse. So yeah, they've been inside the house in a nice warm place, and this is how they're doing, guys. I mean, these are absolutely fabulous. I'm absolutely impressed with the way they have shot up. As you can see, they're starting to get the flowers on both the Naga and the Carolina Reaper. I grew some a few years ago. You may remember from a video I uploaded, and they were down at they were kept down at my greenhouse. These ones are a lot more impressive than the ones I obviously grew down in the greenhouse, on the allotment, should I say. So yeah, I'm really impressed with these guys. I brought them out here now because obviously the weather has changed. So hopefully in the next few weeks, see those see these little shoots. Hopefully they will fully develop into flowers, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get some Naga chilies and I'll get some Carolina Reaper. Now, the Carolina Reaper, in terms of heat velocity on the Scoville scale, Carolina Reaper ranges from 1.5 million to 2.2 million on the Scoville scale, and the Dorset Naga Cresto Red ranges anywhere from 900,000 to 1.6 million Scoville units. So the Scoville unit is used to determine how hot the chili is. So these two are extremely hot. There is a new variety out. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's something like the Death Chili, which is about 2 to 3, maybe even 4, say, million on the Scoville unit. So surpassing the Carolina Reaper. But yeah, guys, I'm really impressed with these two plants. I've got other chili plants. I did have other ones. I had a chili, I can't pronounce the full name of it. It's Burka something, but slugs and snails demolished it. I have got chili plants elsewhere, which if I get time today, I will show you. I will add them to the video. If not, I'll take a picture and just add them to the video. I'm going to do some more sowing, because there are quite a few things in July that you can sow either for an early to late autumn harvest, or things you can sow now in July that will give you kind of a harvest in the hungry gap. So the hungry gap, which is normally between January to kind of June time, and that is the time when there normally isn't anything ready to harvest. So that's normally the time when you won't see the farmer out in his field picking anything. They call it the hungry gap. But hopefully I'll have stuff ready for that. But yeah, as you can see, 2 beautiful chili plants, and I'm really happy with them. I got some chilies off of the last Carolina Reaper one that I grew. There weren't many. I had about 4 or 5, maybe 6. I'm hoping get a lot more off of this one, and then hopefully I'll see some results off of the Dorset Naga. I don't normally grow Dorset Naga, but somebody gave me some seeds, said would I like to give it a go, and I've decided, yep, give it a go. And there we go, guys. Dorset Naga, Cresto Red and the Carolina Reaper. Okay guys, I'm by a load of pots that I've grown potatoes in, and on some of them I'm going to do a potato reveal because I believe these some of them I believe was the first early and some a main crop. So we're in July now, so we're almost into the middle of July. So I've decided I'm going to do a potato reveal just to see if they are ready or not, and also it will also help me clear some of these bins. But I'll do one bin and then we'll see what we get out of it. Right guys, so doing a potato reveal, and we'll see what they come out like. So fairly good size potatoes so far. Obviously I don't know how many, but we'll see as we go along. And what I'll do is also try and save the compost as well. Use that for another day. I believe the ones that are in this bin or this tub here, I think, if I remember rightly, they were new potatoes, so they don't grow very big anyway. But from what I'm sort of revealing so far, yes, it's not too bad. There are some good sizes, but you have to keep obviously digging down and feeling and seeing how many you have. So what I'll do is I'll do this one and another one, and then I'll come back to you and I'll show you what we have revealed. So there we go guys, a reveal from 3 planters, and some red ones. Some of them are not very big, but a lot of new potatoes, which is really good. So yeah, not a bad harvest out of those two bins. I didn't have many potatoes go in there anyway, or seed potatoes go in there, but yeah, there we go guys, lovely little harvest. Okay guys, I've done a couple of sowings this afternoon. So I've done French breakfast radish and I've done goldeneye beetroot. I also did a harvest reveal this afternoon, as you will see, which was potatoes. And then I've also, in the new cloche raised bed that I've got, I filled it with compost and I've put some squash out. I believe it's butternut, but I'm not 100% sure. I've got a few more to go out from here. And then they'll go out obviously once that raised bed has got more stuff in it. I will show you what it looks like. Obviously that's the last of the compost that I had in my white bin here, so need a little bit more of that one because that's the good one for sowing the seeds. I've got a few seeds here that I'm going to be sowing, and then obviously a few of these parsnips will also go out in probably that raised bed as well once I get a bit more compost in it. But yeah, I'm going to be calling it that for the day now, because obviously I need a bit more compost. And I'll upload a video and then you'll be able to see from the video everything I've talked about and what's going on in the life of Nick's Veggie Patch. As always guys, thanks for subscribing. If you like the content that I show you, hit the subscribe button and the like button for more videos. Bye for now.